Welcome. This session is the third in a series of yoga for work stress, trying to use the techniques of yoga and breathing practices to really find more release from the stress that comes from specific work issues. So if you are welcome. This is the third of a series called Yoga for Work Stress. This practice is going to really hone in on finding joy. When you have work stress, or when I had work stress, my mind was constantly spinning in negativity. I was having a hard time unsticking from the things at work that were bothering me. And honestly, it was so much in my head that I couldn't even say the actual situations were that horrible. But in my mind, they were becoming just really unbearable. So I was listening to a podcast one day and heard that if you started to practice gratitude, you could really cultivate joy. And since I knew I was looking for a way to unstick, I was up for the challenge. So I married the idea of finding a break for my mind and this cultivating joy through gratitude into my yoga practice. And it was really something that helped kind of unstick me, gave me a break from negative thinking, and it started changing my perspective about what I was actually bringing to the work stress situation. So today we're going to practice that. We're going to use some breath. We're going to get really present, and then we're going to put our mind and attention to joy. So I'll be asking you to think of some people, places, things that you're really grateful for. And you're going to have to dig in deep to decide, are you in such a negative space that there's no way you can find joy from things at work, those people, places, and things at work? If you're there, I've been there, crying on the floor in my closet. It's no fun. You should probably start with things in your life that you know you can be grateful for. Your dog, your children, time on your yoga mat, some really easy things to start to cultivate that gratitude. If you are in a space where you want to level up the challenge, then try to find some things about work you're grateful for. You know, your paycheck, the fact that you get a lunch break if you get one, the fact that your work challenges your mind, something like that, that you can really just try to find some joy in your workspace. So you decide where you're at on this continuum, and maybe you start with the really easy things to find joy and great gratitude for, and you work your way over the week into some things at work that you can start to play around with and mix that up. So that's going to be our practice today. So bring your open mind to your mat, find a seat, and sit up tall. Inhale through the nose. Nice deep inhale. Take in as much air as you can. Hold it at the top. Then open your mouth and sigh it out. We're really gearing up for some hard work. Let's take another one just like that. Inhale through the nose. Take in a little more air than you think you can. Hold it a little longer than you think you want to. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. All right, 2 or 3 more like that. Or close your lips and start to come to a really calm inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Start to lengthen that breath so it becomes a 4-count cycle of in, hold at the top, exhale out the nose. Take a few in silence. I'll be quiet. Your next exhale, feel the shoulders come down the back. Get heavy in the hips, and on the inhale, sit up a little taller. Exhale, get heavy in the hips. Bring your hands to heart center and bow in. Start to cultivate some things that you can be grateful for. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Putting in the forefront of your mind those people, places, and things that you want to hold on to for our practice today. No pressure if you're having a hard time. We'll come back to this. When you're ready, let's start to link the breath and the movement, starting that practice of getting ourselves really present. So on an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, 4 counts in, fingertips kiss at the top, pause, flip the palms, exhale, 4 counts out. Trying to really link up. So when you hit 4, your fingers touch the earth. Inhale, lift up. When you hit 4 on the way up, fingertips kiss overhead. Pause gives you time to flip your palms. Exhale, lower. Let's practice here 2 more times, linking breath and movement, letting no other thoughts enter your brain. Just this. Breath, movement, counting. Really dropping the shoulders down the back. Finding anything that just feels really good in a simple movement. The inhales and exhales, stirring up the oxygen in your body, should be sending some amazing signals to your brain that you are calm, cool, collected. Take 1 or 2 more if you'd like. Just linking breath and movement, enjoying the feeling of your body as the inhales lift and expand your chest, and the exhales settle you more firmly onto the mat, feeling really grounded. Let's leave the right hand on the ground. We'll take the left hand overhead, take a side bend to the right. Maybe bending into the elbow as generously as you'd like. Gaze can go up at the left elbow. Playing around with a range of motion of the neck as we start on the mat. Inhale back to center, left hand comes down, right hand swoops up and over. Bend into the left elbow. Gaze goes towards the right elbow. Dropping shoulders down the back. One more breath here. Inhales, lift and reach. Exhales, let your hips firmly plant on the ground. Inhale back to center, and we'll come to table. Setting this up so it feels really sturdy and firm, fingers spread wide, knees right in line with the hands, and then tops of the feet. Feel all 10 toes on the mat, or imagine. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest, linking breath and movement in these cats and cows. Exhale, curl the chin, the chest in. Gaze goes at the knees or the belly button. Take 3 to 5 more. Really playing around with how much you can move your spine while you're firmly grounded in tabletop. If you can fire up your breath and hear it in your ears, even better. Taking time to notice. We'll take a little spinal balance here. So right toes come to the back of the mat. Go ahead and rock forward and backward, warming up the back of the leg. And when you're ready, find steady and then lift the right foot about hip distance so our hips are square to the mat. And then let's reach the left hand out to the front wall. Fingertips spread wide like you're going to shake someone's hand. Holding here 3 breaths. Pull the belly button up to the spine, strengthening the core. Pushing away from the mat with the heel, top of the foot, and the hand. Exhale, lower everything down. Swing the hips left to right. Shake it out. Left feet go to the back of the mat. Foot, I guess you only have one left foot, maybe. I don't know. Rock back and forth. Feel that stretch. Come forward a little bit. I like the sticky mat on my toes. Inhale, lift the foot, hip level. Get steady, push away from the mat, maybe bend the elbows and straighten them again. And then right hand comes out long, spread the fingers like you're going to shake someone's hand. And then put as much space as you can between the right fingertips and the left toenails. Reach, reach, reach. Pull the belly button up. Nice, firm abs. 2 more breaths. Feel strong. Really grounded by everything that's on the mat. Bring that hand and knee down, shake it back and forth. Come back to your inhales and exhales. Let's take the knees as wide as the mat. Send the hips back. Big toes are touching. Child's pose. Bring the hands together in prayer. And then we'll walk the elbows out as far as possible. Bring the hands into prayer and then bring that like a little shark fin up behind the head. Forehead's on the ground. And right here, just breathe. Let the exhale send your hips towards your heels. Little stretch in the back of the neck. And now come back to those few things, 3 to 5 things that you want to show your gratitude for today. Put them right in the front of your head. Three more breaths. Unwind from here. Come back to table. We'll just curl the toes under and come into down dog. Pedal this out. So sending one heel to the mat and then the other. Nice deep bend in the knees. Take a few of these. Push away from the mat and feel really strong. On an inhale, look forward. We'll step both feet to the front of the mat. On an inhale, bring your hands to your shins, your knees, or your thighs. Try to make the longest, flattest back you can here. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of the mat. Tail reaches towards the back. Pull the belly up into the spine, flat, flat back. 2 more breaths here. Let yourself hear the air come out of your nose. Pull the belly button up to the spine a little bit more and then exhale, forward fold. This gets us the flattest back we can possibly have. Crown of the head points right towards the mat. You can bend the knees here if you'd like. On an inhale, we'll take the arms up overhead. Big sweeping motion. Arms come up overhead. When hands touch together, slide them right through the heart. Hold right here. Come up onto the toes. Lower the heels, come up onto the heels, lower the toes. Feel really firmly planted. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, deep breath out the nose. All right, we're going to start right here. Bring that first thing to mind, person, place, or thing that you want to show gratitude for, that you want to just spend the next 10 to 12 breaths here focusing on that thing. We're going to build some joy by focusing on this gratefulness. So let your heart space fill up with gratitude for that thing you've chosen. Breathe into it. We're going to take it through a sun salutation. So if you are sun salutation king or queen, go ahead and feel free to flow right through this. If this is your first sun salutation or you're new to this, I will walk you through each step with some options. On an inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your heart full of that person, place, or thing. Inhale, half lift. Get a flat back. Gaze goes out at the horizon. Exhale, hands plant on the mat and step both feet back. You can stay in plank or come to knees, your choice. We're going to take a low push-up, so bending into the elbows. And just as you get your chest down to your elbows, you'll inhale, look forward, come onto your toes. You could be on your knees here. Come onto your toes. And then exhale, curl the toes under, send the hips to the sky. So we'll have some options there. If that push-up part is too much, you can push right back to down dog. And here we'll spend 3 to 5 breaths. Come back to that person, place, or thing. Let your heart be full with joy for that person. Nice deep inhales and exhales. You could be in child's pose for this part. Or just stay in table. It's also a good space to get strong. Inhale, look forward, and we'll take a step or 2 or 3 to the top of the mat. Inhale, that half lift, long back. Fingers can be on your calves, knees, or shins. Exhale, forward fold. And then on the next inhale, we rise up to standing. Arms swoop up overhead. Hands come together. Slide them through heart center. Last little bit of gratitude for that first thing. Right here, close your eyes. Pick up the thought of the next person, place, or thing. We're going to hold that in our head and in our heart as we flow through the second sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips. Look out to the horizon. Exhale, step your hands, your hands and your feet down so you're in plank. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Bring the chest through the hands. Curl the toes under. Exhale, down dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Here in down dog or in child's pose. Bring those shoulders away from the ears wherever you're at. Bring the thought back to your gratitude. Nice deep inhales and exhales. This is the resting space. On the next inhale, look forward. Bring your feet up by your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Long spine. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Hands come together. Slide them through heart center. One more breath of gratitude for that. Pick up your next person, place, or thing. Let them fill your head and your heart. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Hands plant. Bring the feet to the back of the mat. Low push up. Inhale, pull your chest forward, up dog. Curl the toes under, down dog. Keep flowing that gratitude. Come back to nice deep inhales and exhales. At this point, your whole mind should be entertained right here on your mat. Paying attention to what your body's doing, your gratitude thoughts, and your breath. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward, step forward. Take that half lift, flat back. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms come together, slide them through heart center. Close out that gratitude thought. Inhale, pick up your next one. Maybe at this point you're repeating things. That's cool too. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet back. At any time you want to take out the push-up, you can. Lower, push up. Inhale, pull the chest through, up dog. Curl the toes under, down to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Slide the hands through heart center. Close out that thought of gratitude. All right, last one. Here we go. Pick up your next thought. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back to plank. Low push up. Inhale, up dog. Curl the toes under, down dog. This time, let's bring the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes together, send the hips back. Closing this gratitude thought out right here in child's pose. Come back to deep inhales and exhales, smoothing out the breath. Let's just uncurl, come onto your bellies. Hands are in front of your face, and we'll line up the elbows underneath the shoulders. Two parallel hands. You can uncurl your toes if you want here. And then inhale, just pull your chest through your forearms. Sphinx pose. If this pulls on your low back, you can bring your feet a little bit wider. So inhale, just pulling the chest forward. Send some attention to your heart, where all that gratitude came from. Nice deep inhales. Lift your chest a little bit further forward. You'll feel a slight back bend. 2 more breaths here. All right, drop your chin into your chest. Let your shoulders round and dome. And then inhale, Sphinx pose one more time. 3 breaths here. Imagining you're really lengthening out your belly. From the belly button to the chin, you're finding as much length as you can. Drop the shoulders down the back. And from here, we're just going to flip over onto our backs. And we'll take supine pigeon. So left foot over right knee. Slide the hands through this little space so you can feel under your thigh. And you've got 5 breaths here. Flex your right foot and your left foot. And try to bring your left shin closer to your chest. Really squeeze and pull. Nice deep inhales and exhales. We store a lot of emotion in our hips, and work stress can definitely cause some negative emotions we'd like to get rid of out of our hips. So it's a nice way to relax the hips and make a little extra space. Bring the right foot to the floor. We'll switch sides. Hands come behind the left thigh. Breathe here. Nice deep breaths into the hips. Flex both feet. And then on an inhale, bring your right shin closer to your chest. Drop the shoulders flat towards the mat. 3 more breaths here. Left foot comes to the ground. Release. And we'll just roll over to come into a seat. Sit up tall. Come back to your inhales and exhales through the nose. And just notice, take a little scan here. See if you notice any ease, space, lightness. Maybe you just check in with that through the day. And since you spent so much time cultivating what you're grateful for, let those thoughts come back to you at any time during the day. I'd even take time to write down the 3 to 5 things that you cultivated into your planner or on a sticky note each day, trying to find 3 to 5 new things to be grateful for. This is one way you can really cultivate joy, and the thought is it takes 21 days to form a new habit, so try it for 21 days. I actually kept track of it in my calendar. Each day I'd write down my things, and I would reflect every 2 weeks on how that was going, or every end of the week how it was going, if I was feeling more joyful. So I would love to hear how that works for you, and I would love you to share this with someone you think it might work for them, as well as the rest of the series, Yoga for Work Stress. So please share, and please let me know how it's working for you. Or if you've got some other tidbits that might help somebody else, please share those too. And with that, thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful, grateful day.